not be thinking up to speed with situations, if you understand what I'm saying. So you gotta have a mindset that you can measure, like, who am I hanging with and why does that affect where my life is? Just like when I ask myself, yo, how many videos you posted today? None? Okay, then what did you eat last night? Okay. Oh, okay. I'm able to tie that with that and be like, okay, yo, your energy, you gotta sleep instead of post because you need to build that energy back. It's the same thing with feeding yourself with your friends. It's like if you hanging with people who don't really know much, they don't know what they doing, they don't know how to talk to women, they don't even know how to get, like, bro, they don't know how to do much. You're not really asking yourself, how much is these people holding me back? You're not asking yourself that. And so when you're not asking yourself that, you're not really measuring things. And it's all about measuring things. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Because that's where the devil always gonna slide in, where you have not measured the situation. Measurement is everything. Because if you measured it, then you could kind of rest now, because I know why I didn't post. It's okay. I might miss today. I'll come back tomorrow, post double, because I measured it. Because it's not that serious. You don't stress out when you measuring things. Like, life works through measurement. You know what I'm saying? That's logic. That's ultimate logic. And so, how much is this affecting my life? That's what you gotta ask yourself. How much is my mom telling me what to do affecting my life? And actually use your visualization to look. Okay, in this area, I remember this happened, and that happened and caused that, and then this happened and caused that. Doesn't mean you have to cut your mom off 100%. You have to also measure it. Maybe you deal with her one day out the week on a Monday, mommy Monday. You know what I'm saying? But every other day is yours for the taking. You're getting money. You know what I'm saying? You're working out, you're exercising. But even if you realize, okay, even when I try to talk to her only on Monday, she's stressing me out. Well, then how is she doing that? Measure it. You know what I'm saying? How long are you staying on the phone calls? Are you really sticking to what you're telling yourself? You say you're gonna get off the phone, but you actually having 10-minute conversations instead of 3 to 2 minutes. How you doing? I was just checking up on you. I was just calling. You don't even got to be nice. I was just calling. Da, 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 da. But they can't say that you a bad son because you called. And it ain't. Who cares if they even say you're a bad son? But I'm just saying, if that's something that's gonna bother you, if they pass away or whatever, and then you say to yourself, "Dang, I never even had even a decent relationship with this person." You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Even some cases, you may not be able to even have that. And so that's just, you just gotta deal with what life is just giving you. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's called dealing with life on life's terms. Everybody can't make it in the NBA. Everybody can't make it. Everybody can't have a perfect father or a mother. But you can be a perfect father or mother. You could be a perfect human. Not perfect, but like you could be like in the game. You could be like, you could be the best version of you, to say the least. So forget all the people from your past, because that was a mirage. You were young, you were running around, you were doing whatever. And many people take that part of your life and they want to take that and they want to judge you off of that. And it's like, what if that's not the standard I want to live the rest of my life by? Like that, what if that's not the uh that wasn't my best foot forward? Like that was just me just running around. And that's what I'm saying. So people get in your business, bro, and just get to doing all type of stupid stuff. But like, comment, subscribe, chosen ones. I just went on a little rant, but all in all, God says, stay looking forward. Your enemies is trying to bring up your past often. Let's get into the video. Chosen ones, you must understand any given day, at any given moment, people can sidetrack you as a chosen one. If you are thinking that you just in some you're just in some just conversation or some fair convo, then you have to think again, chosen ones, and leave these redundant combos that they are trying to use to keep you in a stalemate. Your own mom will sit near you and redundantly bring up your ex, bring up your past, and use that as an ace in the hole to reinvent and reinforce chosen ones. All your family members are in cahoots. Don't be fooled. Lean on God with your best efforts. Listen up, chosen ones. Chosen one. They all will act like it's all love. They will act like it's love. They will act as if they are regular. They will act like the times are in the same clock. But the dates have changed big time. I know you want to have an inkling of the good old days, where you could just vibe with folks. But to be honest, chosen ones, they are new humans before you. They are all new. Same names that they have, same look they may have, but the heart is the thing, chosen ones. That's the game changer. But the heart is in the body, and we can't see the heart a lot of the time. So we think that we're dealing with the same person. But God judges a man by his heart. Same look, but the heart is the thing, chosen ones. They are all new. Same name, same look, but the heart is the thing, chosen ones. So you have to filter your life to fit the heart. And I don't know. I don't care if it's even your own mama. You have to use your greater discernment, chosen ones. You have to know who has it even within them to treat you how you need to be treated. Black or white. Either they got it or they don't. No gray areas over here. I don't care if you're my mom, my father, my grandmother, my grandfather. I'm at the age right now where I'm seeing it like what it is, because all that gray area, it holds me back. When you think that you could trust or depend on somebody, but they really moving funny, even if it's somebody you don't deal with often, but they just gray area. That time you can't get that back, chosen ones. I need you gone out of my life. I don't want to deal with you because I could chosen ones, yes. Because each time you speak with them, it's a mind, F-U-C-K. Remember, it's a remember, F-U-C-K. Remember that? Remember that, girl? Remember when that happened? The narcissist is using the past to move you. But all the healing takes place in the present and in the future projective thinking, and none of it is in the past. The goal is to get over the past, but the narcissist is reverting you to thinking and putting your attention on the past because they are to jog your memory versus you heal and kind of get over it. Many of your own parents, they want you to get over things, quote unquote, but they keep bringing up your past. So which one is it? Uh, are they slow enough, or are they slow enough to where they readily just love talking about stupid things? You get canceled either way. But either way, chosen ones, I don't care if it's your family or not, ruin those talks. Walk away. Get mad. Whatever you can do, but don't allow people to know who only know one quarter of your life. They're not even talking about the whole thing. Like, oh man, like listen, man, like they're not talking about it in a fan type of way. They talk about it like, yo, like I dang near like watched you and I stalked you and look, this was my favorite part of your movie of your life, and this is all I really know. So this is all I'm really gonna like. I'm gonna talk with a whole person. This is why when you talk to them, you never feel holy or you never feel whole because they're talking about such a short piece of something that's so like an ocean, and they're trying to swim, and it's like in your ocean, and it's like, nah, man, you don't got the floaties. You know what I'm saying? You can't fit. You don't fit in. Like they don't even really fit in with a guy, with a person like you. Like, but they just want to just be around just to see something shiny. And it's like, bro, like you're really breaking and slowing me down and breaking and just you just total ruin, like ruining stuff, and just it's just an ugly scene, man. So, but look, chosen ones, they're going off of one quarter of a quarter. So if it's four quarters to make up the whole you, they're going off the left lower quarter. But then they don't even know that full 25%. So then they got to take their 15% out of that and try to communicate with you from all of that they don't know. And they're acting like they know you because they're so nosy, and they're just pulling and stripping you because what the narcissists be doing, they act like they know you, which is the poison within itself. And you've allowed these people to act like they know you because you've been living in this mix up type of quandary, quagmire, stuck in the rut type of situation. You know, you haven't moved on, you haven't got a new girlfriend, you haven't got a new job, you haven't got a new house. And so you have nothing but, you have nothing but time. And just like any other animal in nature, the narcissist is ripping and pulling and tugging on your what type of man or what type of woman you are because you're not living up to the expectation. Now, I'm not going to fault the narcissist for that. I ain't going to lie to you because that is natural. That is nature. But they're not off the hook because, like I said, you know, all energy is returned to the source. And that's why they be trying to really double down on holding you back because they don't like what they see. As far as you just changing overnight, it's like, nah, that's not. It don't feel right. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you taking something from them when you start to do that. But look, whether they feel like that or not, they're using a quarter of your life to confuse you about where you're going, because God wants to stay. He wants you to stay mentally clear, elevated, and exalted. But it's plain to see that these narcissists have a want to keep you kind of stuck or lodged into a point of life and a certain focalization that will reoccur the same repeating offenses in your life. And if you really look and believe what you see, you can rewrite the whole thing. If you believe what they see, they can rewrite the whole thing. And these fools will be thinking, wow, he's so strong. She's so strong. Life's strong too, but he or she broke chains we couldn't even see. Because a lot of time these fools can't even see. But they using you as a light so they can enlighten themselves, because they notice that this person is important. But they don't know if that's a lie, if it's in their mind, if they're fanning out. So these people deal with a great heap of delusion within themselves just by being in your presence. This is why you got to snatch your presence away from people, because they're also blinded by the light. The darkness doesn't only blind, the light blinds people. Whoa, I'm talking something that y'all probably never even seen, man. But look, your mind is everything, chosen ones. They think you can spot when they're trying to muffle your past with your present. Those are two different things, baby. You're talking to new women now. You're talking to new men now. You're healing now. They're trying to talk to you like you not healing. They're using word against reality. They're trying to curse you and make you feel like it ain't that. You still could have did better here. But right now you're cleaning up old emotional baggage. And it's disrespectful to them because you're doing it in their face. And they want to resurface old thoughts, old things that can spoil the presence. Because God is presence. He works in the present moment. So when they talk to you about your past, if it ain't God, it ain't good. If it ain't now, then it's just a should. And we don't deal with shoulds. Adults don't deal with shoulds. Should is a monster. I hope y'all know that. There's a monster called should. It's called a should monster. Should keeps you stuck, man. I should have did what? I should have did who? I should have did where? Okay, cool. That's your opinion. That's not, you're trying to pervert minds, and no, I'm living in the presence. Presence is, I could talk to a new girl right now. I could get money right now. I could make a video right now. So you're telling me I should, but that's Satan. God is good and Satan is should. Because God is presence. The devil is the past. Shoulds are always that's a past word. You should have. Or future, you should do this. But that's not a present. Because in the present, if I'm truly present, it just is. And is and should are contradictory words. Chosen ones, they can smell when you're walking with no fear. And they got to mix up the day. But amen. Satan kill, steal, and destroy. But don't be afraid to put down in the comments, you will not destroy. You will not steal nor take my energy, my new harness of good energy, my good karma. You will not waste another day or second or minute of my time on earth. We will not tolerate haters in this season. God's going to bless you with a new wife. God's going to bless you with a new life. God's going to bless you with a new car. God's going to bless you with a new job. God's going to bless you with a new house. Amen. These people can't predict God. They need you to dwell. They need you to tell them what you got going on today. Otherwise, they're stuck on a mundane island. This is why they love when you tell them stuff about yourself, because you ignite hope in these people. Because if you don't say nothing, then they just boring. They're on a mundane island. It's boring. A lot of people, they be toying with you because they you're their only excitement. You're their only thing that brings illumination to their life. Like, they see you as something, a feel good. They don't even really love you. They see you as a feel good thing. They fell in love with the feeling that you bring. Like, just like food. Like, sometimes I eat food because I feel like, it's an escape. Like, let me go ahead and eat because I know that's going to make me feel good. People do that often. It's called emotional eating. But it's something I've been studying mantras lately. And mantras is something, a word, a sound. It's something you could say to yourself that can kind of wake you up from that lower lustability that all humans have. And most of these people, they don't love you, they lust you. I'm talking your moms, uncles, aunts. They lust the fact that you're their nephew. They lust the fact that, hey, this is somebody who I could kind of like, I don't got to worry about them competition wise because they're my nephew. But in the same token, they competing just by saying that, by making that statement, because they're taking someone who don't even think of them as competition at all, and they're still dealing with you out of their trauma for people who competed with them all their life. And they're saying, wow, I could finally take a breather, a day off with this person. And it's like, no, you can't, because now you're going to try to create this false pseudo relationship that we never had, just so we could be like pals and butt buddies and like make each other emotionally feel good and all of this stuff. But really, you using me because in all reality, where was you when I felt, you know what I'm saying, any 90% of the stuff I was going through? But now, because you want a day a break, you want to break from your life, you want to come hang with someone younger that's out of your league than you, so you can have this day off or this break or this, you could relax around someone younger than you. You can't really relax around people your age because it's scary, because people your age is waiting for you to relax so they could take you for what you got. But you want to compete with the younger people. See, a lot of people in your life, they never actually made a conscious effort to make you smile, laugh, to make you happy, or to just like to bring you up to speed about, like, to give you no real game, or just like really just show you that I'm here for you. But they want to use you, you know what I'm saying, as a escape, you know what I'm saying, from whatever it is that they can't deal with in their first person life. Oh, I hear my nephew about to get this money going. He's about to, they could smell it. Oh, I'm gonna roll the dice and go hang with him now. Or, he looked like he doing good. Let me go over here and, hang with him. And it's not that they shouldn't be able to ever do it, but it's the fact that they never was trying to do it just off the strength. They never did it off their strength. So they can't act like they're an off their strength type of person. Because some people are unconditionally off the strength type of people. And when they're acting like this, they're wanting you to go blind to the fact that it's unconditional people out here who are just 100, who just really just do it just because they don't even always got to have the resources or luxury to be doing it, because they were people who are mindful enough to like for instance, I don't got a car to go see my nephew every day. He knows that though. But also he also knows that I text him. He also knows I make certain moves just so I could he knows I care. You know what I'm saying? He knows I care. Because he could just feel it and he could tell like when I communicate with him, I make it known, like, you know what I'm saying? You just could tell. Cause I'm a nephew of many, you know what I'm saying? And none of them do even what none of them well, one of them used to, like, you know what I'm saying, when I was young and stuff, like two of them, I give two of them, three of them, I give them some credit, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is people can only do what they could do, and that's understandable. But if they're not doing, if they're not being outstanding people, then they can't act like when you get your outstanding breakthrough that you owe them anything. You might owe them a hug or a handshake or respect at the least, at the most. But it's not like you owe them, you know what I'm saying? You just owe them to be the best version of yourself. And if they real with themselves, that will make them smile. But a lot of people, life is they the traumas is not going to allow them to just be okay with just you just getting on your feet, because now they want something, because people are lustful. They don't even really want nothing. They just want to see if you are selfish or not. But in them trying to see that is a selfish act within itself, because you're trying to judge me with the same eyes that you didn't really see it important to come check up on me or really make life convenient more or help cultivate me from a very young age. But you trying to judge me or say you're trying to play God, like, oh, he's wrong if he do this, or he's disrespectful if he act that way. But how can you judge when you got dirt in you can't judge. And so, like I'm saying, a lot of people are stuck on a mundane island because life is really boring for a lot of people. Like 95% of y'all family members, life is it's mundane, it's redundant. It's the same thing. It's been boring. Life for the new generation, I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of turned up. It's kind of different now. And people in your family will get hungry or they'll want to snag off your plate just because, like, oh, I wish I was born in this generation. And I might feel like that when I'm older about my niece, nephew, son, daughter. But based off of what I went through and what I see, I can't do it. It'll be selfish. I'll be a hypocrite. You know, these people turn around and they say, oh, I want to eat off his plate. No, you don't. You just don't want to face. You're not grateful for the what God gave you. You're not humble. Your eyes is bigger than your stomach. And I can't, as a God, as a king, as a, you know what I'm saying, I can't, if I would be a hypocrite to allow you to keep taking my energy, my attention, I'll be a hypocrite because, and it's the thing, you only gonna take what I'm giving you, but they want to act like, nah, like you don't owe nothing. You didn't owe me nothing the whole time. Because if we want to really play that game, I got the right to really just be super, super mad at you and really express it all the time. But then you're going to throw your hands up and say, man, he toxic. I don't want to hang with him. He always complaining, or he always, you know what I'm saying? So it's like with these people, I'm already predicting, like, okay, cool. Like, I'm just going to just do me because, look, if I'm enjoying my life, I got no time to be hanging with mundane island. And if you're not enjoying your own life and you want to shift blame onto people younger than you, and you want to talk about the new generation, and this is what they do. Because if the tables turn, they mad because what they didn't do for you when the tables was on, when they had the power. It just is what it is. Adults at over 18 must realize that I'm over 18. We do have power. And with my niece, my nephew, I should have more power than them. You know what I'm saying? I can't sit back and wait for them to get a car and pick me up. But this new generation so turned up that we got the adults feeling like that. Oh, you know what I'm saying? These young kids get YouTube checks. They driving Wraiths. They doing this. They rapping. They got big guns. They got this. They got that. And so the older generation is kind of like, damn, that's not fair. When I was young, we used to have phones with wires in it. Our parents used to hang up on our girlfriends and stuff when we was on the phone. Like, you feel me? So that's two different worlds, and like they'll try to like pull you into theirs or pull them into you. Nah, bro, that's unhealthy. It's not even the fact that we see they so messed up mentally. They think that we're being selfish when we say no. We just creating a boundary that's safe for the prolonged, so we don't become unhealthy or we don't become stressed out. And they get mad because we don't want to share the same reality with them. Because it's not that we don't want to, it's that they're coming from a place of toxicity. When they, like I said, some people, I ain't gonna lie, some people deserve it more than others. So you're gonna have certain family members, for certain reasons, they may deserve it more than others. But the ones who feel like, man, because it's always an evil person who feel like, man, this person don't deserve nothing they got. And that's when they're a malignant narcissist. They would prefer you to not have it at all, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? They really just don't want you to. It just doesn't even matter whether you try to be nice or not. They just don't like the fact that God blessed you no matter what you say or do. So those are the people you gotta watch. The other ones who, you gotta watch everybody, because then those people could be talking to them people. So it's just like 100%. So, but like at the end of the day, this is why you gotta build your friends. Gotta be, you gotta have frequencies. Like you gotta match frequent. You gotta be around people who match your energy, because if you out here isolated and you getting a check, people gonna try to do what? They're gonna try to run game because they feel like this person is isolated, and they're gonna try to run game. They're gonna try to throw you. They're gonna try to throw a monkey wrench in your success. Chosen ones, I'm about to go, but God says, stay looking forward. Your enemy is trying to bring up your past often. That's really what the name of this video is, and really all I went a little off, but what I really meant by this whole thing was that if the enemy never had seen your past or your development, because they're using your development as a weapon. This is how I don't want to say evil. I don't know what to name it, but it's just ridiculous. If they can, they will type people. You know what I'm saying? Opportunistic type of people. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're opportunistic when it comes to lying, cheating, and stealing, but they're not opportunistic when it comes to like being 100. Because being 100 is not just buying you something. That's the type of people I always watch. When they come around and they try to buy you something, they trained me since birth to see that one. I ain't gonna lie. Because the whole side of my mom family like to buy stuff. Christmas time, this and that, give you $20, Easter egg hunts. You know what I'm saying? But the love ain't there for me. I'm not that type of guy. That's not how you're going to communicate with me when you're talking in terms of love. You could do that with the rest of the family. You could do that to yourself. Go buy yourself some food at the mall and sit down and think that that's love. But you can't get that facade, fake shit, excuse my French, fake stuff off with me. Because I appreciate the money, in certain circumstances. I'd rather be, I can't speak on money fully, because money is a slick, lucrative thing that is like it's a love-hate relationship. Although money is just what it is, but it could be used as a harsh weapon. It could be used to buy, to get things to happen, to make evil things happen. And your own parents been doing it since birth because they always felt like I could relax as long as I buy him a new toy. I could relax as long as I buy him this, or if I keep him detained in this situation, or he's watching a movie, or you know what I'm saying, they kept you in this place where it was never really they never really had to be true. And so because they did that, they feel a heap of guilt that they don't ever want to be like, okay, you right, like you feel me, I'm wrong. Like that's there is more than one way to love someone. They want to keep it lucrative, and they get mad when you're like, no, this don't taste good no more. Like I don't want it. I don't want this. I want the real fruit food. You know, the I want the real respect, the real honor, the real, you know what I'm saying? And they're not trying to give that because real respect and all that is just too much for them. They just don't. They've been so comfortable in being lazy that they feel like you're asking for too much, and that's why I say these relationships need to be severed because replace them with the new frequencies because like I said, the new frequencies, they don't know your past. And that's not one of them things I'm saying like, oh, you're faking because you're running from your past with new people. That's what the enemy want people to think so they could trap you. Because look, no one's running from their past. There's nothing to run from besides toxic people. You should run from toxic people. In fact, you should never sit down at the table with toxic people. You should never sit down at the table. I talked other day about being noble. If you're noble but you never knew you was noble, like Simba and Lion King, then you're gonna sit down at the wrong tables. You're gonna smoke weed. You're gonna try to, you're gonna sag your pants because you've seen Lil Wayne do it since birth. Since you were born, you've seen people highly admired in your culture doing it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to pick up certain things organically. That's what I'm trying to say. And they want to make you suffer for what you picked up organically. They don't want to make you suffer for what you went out your way to try to do. They want to attack you for stuff that, and this is what I'm saying, it's not your fault. It's more their fault than your fault. Like I said, I make the comparison. It's like me sitting back waiting for my niece and nephew to come to me. But you understand, if they come to me, they could never honestly say, I know my uncle loves me. Because when they really use their logic, they're going to start to say as they grow up, if he really loved me, would I always had to come to him? Or would 50% of the time he would have been meeting me in the middle to come to me? See, a lot of y'all parents and people, they want to sit back. They don't never want to make it seem like they don't see, to raise people, and this is what a lot of people don't realize, to raise people and stuff like that, you have to give. You can't just sit back and think that they owe you anything. You got to give more than you take. Way more than you take. But see, like I said, everybody don't got the luxury of having that. People who want to just give, emotionally, mentally, give you an ear when you have a problem, give you attention, and do it with an open hand, meaning there's not one evil thought in my mind while I'm listening to this person's problems. There's not one. Even if I have an evil thought, like that's what make a good person in my opinion. Like if I'm listening to someone, they telling me their problems, even if I have a foul thought, I should be able to be like, no, that's BS. Clip that. Well, now what you say? Oh, okay, I understand that. I've been there a million times. Da 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 da. And it's not because I'm just trying to make you feel good. That is my intention, a little bit, but I want to make you feel good because I want you to grow out of good emotions. I don't want you to grow out of uh, that other place, no man's land. You know what I'm saying? If you think about a healthy man, all a healthy man is somebody who's actually just the man of a sex, and they're healthy. Because when a man is healthy, he's more whole, and when he's more whole, he's more righteous. It's just depending on how you treat the man. I think we put a lot of importance in this culture on how the man is treating the woman, but obviously, if the man is not a good man, he's not treating anybody good. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna lie, cheat, and just fall to his lower. He's not gonna be in that God mindset. He's gonna be in a like I say, like just a certain space where evil things may come out of that space, and people always, it's just tough, man. It's just tough because like I said, culturally speaking and generationally speaking, there's a lot of reasons for things. That's what I want to say. It's a lot of reasons for things. So I'm not going to sit here and act like, I don't want to end this video on blame, but it's just, you got to watch people because everything happened for a reason. But within everything happening for a reason, you still have to make sound decisions so you could cut into the evil that already is going to happen anyway. Because a lot of times, life, it could be beautiful, but like I said, you got to build it beautifully. You got to start to work on it, and you got to start to zip it. Like, I'm talking a lot in this video, but the key really is to zip it and just work. Like Rihanna said, it's literally, she had the answer, she had the key. It's really work. That's the only way you're gonna shut people up. That's the only way they're gonna see that he's a man standing on what he's talking about. See, the words matter more when the person's character is in complete alignment with what he's talking about. If you saying, hey, can you respect me? First thing first, can I? You already know I can, right? We're all capable of that. Do I is the real thing. And if they don't, then you got to check in on that. Like, what's the things that could be taking place? And you just got to, like, tighten up on those things. Like, I'm not here to make a blame show tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to make a blame show. Like, but I'm just saying, don't let nobody make you feel guilty on this journey of life. Like, if you go to therapy, that's one of the main things they're going to deal with you is guilt, shame, because those are things the narcissists reach for first. In any topic, they reaching for guilt and shame. Because if I could guilt you or shame you, then I could control you. If I can't guilt and shame you, then I really have no rope. You giving me no rope. And I gotta let you go. I gotta let you do whatever you're gonna do because I can't control someone without them feeling guilty or shameful about what they're doing. And the more you act out of that non-guilt, that non-shame position, it's like you literally gonna just naturally or organically do whatever it is you want to do. And then you'll recognize that life is, it is what it is. It's not something that you have to think about. See, the narcissists, they didn't realize what they was doing. They was serving as, they was making you think too much. You know what I'm saying? They was serving as a ace in the hole for Satan. Like, they was just being somebody making you think about everything you're doing. I remember back in like probably 5-6 years ago, I told my mom, I said, I hate advice. Look at the word itself. You're adding a vice. Because I already thought before you told me what you thought. Believe it or not. So you talking to me like you don't believe I was already thinking. I already thought before you came in and told me what you thought. But the only difference is that you came in and told me what you thought as if what you thought was more powerful than anything I could have thought about, which is kind of undermining my adulthood and undermining it and kind of like slice. It's kind of like they talk in a way where it's like, when I say something, it's bigger and grander than anything that you think. I'm a woman too. I know what your ex felt like. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they'll reach for anything just to make the situation uh something out of your reach about you. It's about you, but it's out of your reach. Because what they don't realize is people don't learn that way. People learn through trial and error. They learn through saying, okay, what do I think? Because my mom not gonna always be here. They want you to. They really try to pull that shit. Like they really try to pull it. Like no, I'm gonna always be here. What you talking about? That's a react. They doing it. They doubling down on stupidity in your face. Like what I'm saying is that say I moved out. You're not here. I gotta think on my own 2 feet as a man, and only way for me to master thinking, you can't be around telling me what's right and wrong. I have to actually, you know what I'm saying, experience what's right and wrong. Whether that even is life or death situation. And that's what they don't want you to do because they feel like life is gonna move too fast and you're not gonna be able to. Nah, life is you can get better. Saying you can move at the uh you could like I told you in the other video, you can move slow and get caught in something. But what I'm saying is that when you hang with noble thinkers, like I told you in the other video, it all boils down to who you hanging with. Because if you already move slow, but you hanging with people who move slow, then you really in trouble. But if you move slower than everybody, but you hanging with noble thinkers, then you're less likely to